Hi Paul, Phil Beever here from the Wilderness Club. Quick recap on our lesson today. So we only changed two things really. Well, I think your lines are quite good. If you look at it as you take the club away, I quite like it. Club face maybe is a little bit too close at that frame there, but it just goes under the hands through the right forearm, which I like. Nice short compact swing in good position. If we look at this guy here on the right, you'll see his club face just rotates that little bit more, so his face angle is like so. And if we go back to yours at that same stage, we'll see yours is quite a lot more closed at that angle there, so the angles don't quite match. But you get it in a nice little slot here. If we look at his swing at that same stage, you can see you and himself are the same, apart from the shaft is at different angles, purely because obviously it's gone back on a different angle. What that does for you, Paul, is where the face is a little bit closed, when you come down now, one of your moves is unfortunately where your lower half is a bit too static, where I think it's too stiff. Your first move for your right hip is to move forwards. So you come this way, and what that does is where that right hip moves forwards, it brings the arms forwards as well. So we come down a little bit too steep or over the top. So we can see now your shaft is pretty good, but it's just between the forearms, where I'd like to get it on the forearms. But the big difference is that you're moving off or towards the ball. If we draw a line on your backside here, as you start coming down, you can see you're moving off that yellow line through impact, as we see here. And if we keep going, you're going to see you're going to fall almost forwards and into it as this right foot now. Look where your right foot moves. So there's it planted, and then watch it move across now where you sort of fall. And that's just where our lower half is a little bit too stuck. If we look at this young lad here on the right, and I've picked him because he overdoes this move, but if we look at his backside and watch his hips, look how beautiful they turn. Look how much clearance there is there. And that's that disassociation I was looking between the top half and lower half. That if you do those couple of stretches for me, we're getting a slightly better and shallower position, and we get the flight of the ball up, little soft draws from the right, and we'll see some great things. But I need you to work hard on turning them hips and keeping the shoulders still to feel that motion. You can also see with this young lad also that he stays on that yellow line all the way throughout the shot, where with yourself, if we get rid of a couple of lines now and just look at your backside, you'll see that you do move off that and into it and through the shot. So grip change, left hand, you only want to see 1.5 knuckles as you're feeling, and work on really trying to stay in posture and turning through it with the lower half and do them stretches, and we'll see some great results. Cheers, Paul.